Days of Our Lives spoilers Leo and Javi's adoption heartbreak. Tesoro's new daddies face desolation. Days of Our Lives Leo's stunning transformation, or same old scheming. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that Leo Stark and Javi Hernandez may deal with some relinquishment heartbreak. However, they may face desolation if Javi and Leo are on the road to getting Tesoro's new daddies. Days of Our Lives suckers know Leo and Javi are serving as foster parents for the bouncing baby boy who came into their lives. Javi and Leo are formally falling in love with this little one. So could this lead to an attempt to borrow him? Of course, Days spoilers suggest that plan would come with some challenges, especially if Leo's felonious history presents a problem. Still, Javi and Leo might attack those challenges together in expedience of getting a real family with Tesoro. It's easy to imagine Leo and Javi getting married as they work to present a stable, united front. Days spoilers allude that Javi and Leo might actually get their family want, but also their joyful bubble could burst. When Sophia Choi chose to leave her baby in the safe haven box at the fire station, Tate Black, Leo Howard, was a big reason why. Sophia prognosticated that if Tate saw his invigorated son, he'd incontinently want to keep him. That didn't fit with Sophia's plan to get her life back on track, so she decided to give her baby up. Grounded on some of the effects Tate was saying shortly before the birth, there's a good chance Sophia was right. Tate presumably would have wanted to keep the baby if he'd been suitable to see and hold him. Days spoilers suggest that may still be the case once Sophia's secret inescapably comes out nearly down the line. Despite Sophia's sweats to make Tate suppose they had a baby girl and that she gave her to a consanguineous couple, she won't be suitable to keep a lid on all this ever. At some point, the mystification pieces are going to click into place, so Tate will get updates on some shocking news. Once Tate realizes Tesoro is his baby, he may decide he wants to raise his son. Leo and Javi's attempt to borrow Tesoro could fall piecemeal as they realize they've to surrender him to Tate. Will Javi and Leo try to officially start a family, only for it to end in total heartache? Will Tate eventually claim his child and choose to embrace the daddy title? Days of Our Lives spoilers say Leo and Javi have some tough times in their future, so stay tuned. Days of Our Lives Leo's stunning transformation, or same old scheming. Days of Our Lives sees Leo Stark claims that he has changed his ways, but has he really? We're going to dive into Greg Rickhart's character and the sins of his history that are being trolled up right now. The elaboration of Leo Stark from Salem schemer to soul searching citizen. So, love him or detest him, you got to admit Leo has left his mark on Salem since he first appeared back in 2018. Still, Greg Rickhart was over on Young and the Restless off and on for a couple of decades playing Kevin Pfizer, where he was a dodgy schemer there as well, if you didn't know before that. And he was great. I do like Leo better than Kevin. I'll say I enjoy him more on Days. So back in 2018, Vivian Alamain had hired Leo to betray Sonny Kiriakis and beget some big reproach. So Leo's shenanigans forced Sonny out of the CEO position at Titan Diligence. And since also, Leo has done so numerous nightmare effects to the people of Salem. Yet at the same time, he's always been facetious and delightful and likable and humorous. Indeed, when he was doing cowardly effects to Sonny, to Will Horton, to so numerous others on Days of Our Lives. Days of Our Lives Leo's awful history. And I'll say over the history, I do it know time and a half or so, we've seen Leo doing some soul searching and trying to be a better person. What he did to Sonny and Will was enough awful. And also what he did to his stylish friend Gwen Rizek by banging her hubby Dimitri von Luskner Demera was to me worse in numerous ways. Because Leo and Gwen had been stylish musketeers for times. Where when Leo first was targeting Sonny and Will, he was hired to do it, and they were non-natives as opposed to, doing horrible effects and violating the trust of your stylish friend. But Leo was really hot for her hot husband Dimitri. And so Leo just threw that fellowship down. He just crapped each over it. And Gwen's return is bringing up a lot of his once sins right now. Javi Hernandez is chancing out effects about Leo he no way knew, and that he surely doesn't like to hear about his swain. Lady Whistleblower and a seismic shift. Has Leo Stark really changed? With Lady Whistleblower in his hinder view, it was feeling like Leo had really changed his sneaky and conniving ways. But we got a question with Gwen back. Has he really? There's been a seismic shift in particular over the history. I do know perhaps 6 months or so. He induced Chad DiMera to let him exchange from Gossip Girl to a serious investigative journalist at The Spectator. And for the utmost part, again, past 6 months plus, Leo has been an exemplary citizen of Salem. I'll say that him helping guard the Horton family choker that Doug Williams stole was the dodgiest thing that Leo's done in a while. But when he did it, he didn't have all the information. And lately, he wrote that veritably thoughtful composition/obituary about John Black when he passed down. Not only that, but Leo's done the work. He has done a lot of tone reflection. He got into comforting with Dr. Marlena Evans. That came after he got that Dear John letter from Dimitri when he was in captivity, because Dimitri got himself a captivity love and ditched Leo. But according to his therapist Marlena, she surely feels that Leo has made significant progress in addressing his precariousness and traumas. But has he really changed for the better? Or is he just the same old Leo, but perhaps only slightly further tone, apprehensive in keeping the evil put away inside? That's a good question. Javi's influence and Gwen's warning discharging Leo's emotional baggage. I do suppose that cutie Javi has been a really good influence on Leo. And now those two along with Ray Fernandez are fostering Sophia and Tate's son, who they named Tasto. But with Gwen's recent appearance back to Salem, Leo of course is allowing about his wicked history. Gwen indeed advised Javi that he was making a mistake getting involved with notoriety like Leo. Now, we all saw Javi was a little shaken by what Mrs. von Leuschner said about Leo. And there are facts that he withheld from Javi, but he did partake some of the sins of his history, but not all of them. Honestly, there's a lot. And thanks to Gwen, we saw Leo being forced to come clean to Javi on indeed further stuff. He'd to unload further emotional baggage for his swain, Javi. Fortunately, Javi still loves Leo. Days of our lives, Javi loves Leo. He just isn't like the effects he's done in his history. But Javi was particularly shocked to hear that Leo was so perfidious to the person who was formerly his stylish friend. However, you can presumably betray your swain like that, if you can betray your stylish friend like that. So when Leo's former bestie, Gwen, just laid into Leo in front of Javi, really all Leo could do was apologize and say that he learned his assignment. But now this whole fire is making Leo alternate suppositions whether he's good to be foster baby's muck. Gay uncle, by the way, if you didn't know the word. But we've seen Leo's softer side. Is he and Javi are minding for the little baby boy? And his swain indeed said he allowed Leo would make a good father eventually. Redemption and remission. Can Leo Stark convince Salem and the observers? And when Will was in city for John burial, Leo made in trouble to clear the air with him. He see and undo what he did, but he did admit how wrong he'd been for what he did to Will and Sonny. And of course, we know a lot of Leo's issues are down to his wicked mama, Diana Colville, his vituperative father as well. It's hard to be a good mate and a pater when you do and have a good illustration when you're growing up, right? If you flash back, Leo was so agitated when Diana said John was his father. Leo allowed he eventually had a positive manly part model in his life. And John was ready to embrace the part of pater, but also Diana revealed she prevaricated and she crushed her son yet again. Days of our lives, Leo Stark's shady move. And indeed though Leo helped guard Julie's choker, he was trying to help poor broke Doug. And now Leo is trying to help get the choker back. So nethermost line, I do'n't suppose at this point that Leo wants to be bad. He just wasn't raised right. He didn't know more, and he got wrapped up in bad schemes that were actually orchestrated by other people. But perhaps now Javi's love could help save Leo from his darker impulses. He seems to be doing okay, but Gwen's return could beget issues because it makes Leo suppose back on how truly awful he has been in the history the same way that Will's return did. But Will came and went, and Gwen's going to be sticking around. So, she's going to be a constant memorial of Leo's poor once-life choices and his backstabbings. Still, if Leo and get Gwen to forgive him, that would help everybody move forward. Days of our lives, Leo's big turnaround convinces others. So, indeed Gabby Hernandez, who has abominated him for a long time because of the Will and Sunny stuff, told Ari that she originally didn't want Leo to move by, but he's been great. And she knows Javi really loves him, so she's softening. Chad has softened. He's getting along with Leo. Indeed, though, he stole Abigail Devereaux's jewelry the day she was boggled. So, perhaps Leo's got a chance to stick to the right path in life and move Gwen. He's really changed. And also, perhaps he'll move us observers that he's really changed as well. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.